Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today, and thank you for all your lovely messages. I'm feeling a lot better today, so thank you for all of you. You're so lovely and sweet to me. Now today I have got a new Trinny product, and I haven't taken it out of the box yet. This is a very first impression. So you know that I dipped into some of my samples yesterday, and I got a sample of the BFF cream in dark, which actually works really well. So at some point I'll probably purchase that, and a sample of Emily. I'm going to put that quickly on my lips because I think I need something on my lips, and then we'll get going. But this is the product that I wanted to try for a while, and it's the mascara and brow gel. So let me get this Emily on my lips and then we'll get going. Okay, as you can see, it's a very sheer one, as I said, but very pretty. Now, I've got pinkgasm already on, but you can actually also put this on your cheeks. So I'll put a little bit over my pinkgasm because it's quite sheer, so I can get away with it. Okay, let's get on with the main attraction, shall we? Okay, I've just finished editing this video, and I suddenly realised I probably should add a little bit about what Trinny London says about this product, bearing in mind that I didn't read any of this before the first impression that I filmed today. Okay, but this is what they say. So, infused with organic chestnut extract, our mascara and brow gel formulas glide on smoothly, helping to condition your lashes and brows so they feel as healthy as they look. As easy on the eyes as it is to take off, our mascara stays put until you're ready to remove it. Okay, so this is called Lash2Brow Mascara and Brow Gel all in one. Now, she's been talking about bringing out a mascara for a long time. And obviously, there's nothing special about a mascara. There's nothing special about a brow gel. But to have two in one product is very innovative because, let's face it, that's the sort of thing you do together, isn't it? Your mascara and your brows. So it's a tinted gel, and it says for a fuller and more defined look. And then the mascara, the description says, coats lashes with our cone-shaped brush, effortlessly building volume and length. They spelt length wrong on the back of the box. L-E-N-G-H-T. Length. From the inner to outer corner. Oh, well. Someone didn't do some very good checking on the box. Right. And here is what it looks like. I love their packaging. It's all yellow. It's got this design. And also, even when you're just ordering one product, you get this really nice nifty bag, which is actually very useful. They're very reusable, and they're very pretty. Okay, so this is what the product looks like. So you have the brow end is the patterned end, and the mascara end is the mascara. And Trinny, I saw some question and answer sessions with Trinny the other day, and she said that she worked out, calculated the amounts in the hope that the both items would run out at the same time. So there's slightly less brow product than mascara, and the shelf life is 6 months, although mascaras, some may say you should use it even sooner than that, but I don't. Anyway, there we go. So let's do the brow product first. Now, obviously you get a choice of colours in the brow product, but not in the mascara. Okay, so all the versions are black mascara, and then the brow product obviously is dependent on your brow shade. Okay, this comes in 5 brow shades, and I'm going to bring up the swatch pictures and descriptions in a moment, all taken courtesy of trinnylondon.com. Lightest shade here is called Light Fawn, and it's for white, cool blonde or strawberry blonde or red hair. Next shade is Cappuccino, and that's for dirty blonde, mousy silver and salt and pepper hair. Next one is called Chestnut, and that's described for warm blonde, blonde, I'd never heard of that expression, but I'm assuming it's not a typo, tawny and brunette hair. The next one's called Chocolate, and it's for warm brunette, auburn and deep red hair. Finally, the last one is Espresso, and that's for dark brown, darkest brown and black hair. And for some reason, I thought it was mahogany, as you're going to hear in a minute, but it's not. It's Espresso. So I went for mahogany, which is the darkest one. I think it's called mahogany. Let me just check. No, it's not. It's called Espresso. Espresso. I don't know why I thought it was mahogany. Okay, so let's get going. I'm just going to get a bit more comfortable. Okay, just adjusted the light in there because you couldn't see it. But now let's go for the brow product, and I will show you that brush. That's what the brush looks like there. And I'm just going to swatch a bit on the back of my hand so that you can see what Espresso looks like in terms of the shade. So that's what Espresso, that's the darkest one that she does. So let's have a go at putting this on my brows. Feels quite a wet formula. Now I'm going to do what everyone else seems to be doing these days and brush it backwards first. And as it's quite wet, that will enable it to coat all the hairs. Oh, that's very good indeed. Shall I do one side? And I'll do my mascara on one side so you can see the difference. And then I'll take a picture. But I like that. It is very wet. It feels very wet as you go to put it on. So I'm not sure where the thickening comes into it because it doesn't feel like it's got lots of thickening fibres in it. But definitely clinging onto the hairs. I do like that. Right, now let me go in with the other side and try out this mascara. I'm just going to quickly dry my eyes because they're a little bit watery and I don't want to start putting it on wet lashes. Okay, mascara side. And again, I'm going to show you the brush. So that's the brush. And Trinny said she did a lot of research into brushes and decided that this was the best one. Now, when Trinny did this, her lashes looked immediately thicker. I'm dying to try this out. Now, of course, there's one thing that I can see myself doing on a tired day is mixing them up and putting the wrong side on the wrong. So putting the brow on as my mascara and vice versa. But they are very different size brushes, so I'm sure I'll soon work it out. So I'm just getting under there and giving it a good wiggle. Now, a lot of the time when I'm trying out mascaras, I don't get the wow factor after one coat. And I normally find that I like to do two. But what I will say again is it's quite a wet formula, but there's no clogging, there's no clumping at all. Look, it separates every individual lash. Right, I'm going to do a little bit underneath, give that chance to dry, and then I'm going to do a second coat. And because it's quite a wet formula, it is clinging very easily onto those little wispy lashes that you have underneath. And I've got a few that curl right down from the top to my lower lashes that I always like to get in the corner there. Right, that should have given that first coat on the top time to dry. Actually, did I put any on the top? Let's do a little bit on the top. And then I'm going to go in and wiggle at the root and then pull it up. Well, I think we can safely say that that's lengthening. I'm just going to take a photograph and I'll be right back. But can you see that? Very lengthening. Look, they go up there. These are straight, you can't see them. These you can. So quite impressed so far. Okay, one thing that impresses me about this mascara is it really does not clump at all. It does not stick two of your lashes together. And I'm gonna be really greedy and put it to the test now and do a third coat, just going underneath, because I want to test if you put on enough coats, does it start clumping? What I would say is it's not a thickening mascara. But a thickening mascara will make your lashes clump. But it's certainly a lengthening one. And I've certainly got quite a bit of curl. Not as much curl as Pillow Talk, I don't think. But definitely lengthening. Just deliberately going over the top with my coats here, just so that we can see how this performs. I'll put a second coat underneath. Now, can you see what I mean about this lash here? This pesky lash that grows down. It looks like a lower lash, but it's coming from the top. And I try and encourage that to go up rather than curling down. But it's a bit stubborn. Okay, I'm going to take one more photograph and I'll be right back and we'll do the other side. Okay, let's go in and do the other side. Brows first. Now, my brows are quite thin at this end. So I'm doing this back combing thing that everyone appears to be doing at the moment. And then straightening them out. Just want to see how much it fills this sparse end in. Right, I definitely have some thoughts about the brow product. Let's go in with the mascara. Okay, so there's both of my lashes done. I'm just trying to get into this bit here. That's better. Okay, let's talk about the mascara. So I think if you like the Victoria Beckham mascara, you're going to like this. It doesn't feel like it's got a lot of waxes in it. You know when you put in your first coat of mascara and you go to put the brush back through and the first coat has set and you start to feel resistance on the brush? You don't get that with this. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of thickeners in there. Right, which has got its advantages and its disadvantages. Now, the disadvantages are, of course, if you want to get thicker lashes, you're not going to get thicker lashes with this because it doesn't feel like it's got a lot of thickeners in it, and it doesn't resist the brush. You just don't get that feeling of resistance that you get over really thickening mascaras. The advantage to that is if you've got sensitive eyes, as I have, then actually that is going to feel a lot more comfortable. It doesn't feel crinkly, you know, crisp. You don't feel like you've got crispy lashes. And it's going to make it a lot more comfortable taking it off. Lengthening definitely lengthens. Definitely lengthens and has a bit of curl. Now, I've noticed digging in there, I've got a little bit coming off on my upper eyelids, but I was trying to tight line with it to see how it would do. It is a very wet liquid formula, but it feels like, I think that Trinny said that this is quite good for your lashes, and it feels like it's good for your lashes. Whereas some mascaras feel like they're making them look good, but you're coating them in a lot of gunk that's got to be taken off. And you know, when you go to take it off at night, it takes so much work to take them off that you take lashes off. You're not going to get that with this. You're definitely not going to get that with this. I'm going to be interested to see how it removes. I believe Trinny when she says it removes really easily because it reminds me of the Victoria Beckham one. Just a little note, when I say it reminds me of Victoria Beckham, it reminds me in terms of the formula, and it doesn't feel like very crisp twiglets on your eyes. It feels like a very clean formula that has got some good nourishing ingredients there for your lashes. But where it would differ from Victoria Beckham is that Victoria Beckham's one is a tubing mascara and you remove it with warm water and it kind of slides off the lashes. This one doesn't claim to do that. Right? So that is the mascara. So the thing about mascaras and brow products is that you're never going to get one, the holy grail that everyone's going to love, because everybody has got different, very different requirements when it comes to mascaras and brow products. And it all depends on whether you need lengthening, thickening, curling, sparseness, you know, all of those different things. So I would say that this mascara is for you if you've got sensitive eyes and that you find a lot of mascaras are quite uncomfortable to wear. Certainly if you wear contact lenses, I would recommend this because it doesn't have that crinkly feeling that very thickening mascaras have. Obviously, I haven't wear tested it yet, so I will do that today and give you an update. So it's definitely lengthening. It's a lovely, reasonable black colour. It's not as curling as I would like. But I like a curling mascara. But it doesn't clump. It keeps all the lashes separate. Can you see? And even when I put the third coat on, it wasn't clumping together. So it's a really good one in that respect. But as I say, if you want a thickening one, it's not going to do that for you, but it will lengthen. Now, with the brow product was very wet, very pigmented, and it will fill in your brows. If you've got brows like mine, it will fill them in really quickly. What I've noticed, though, is it's not because it hasn't got, again, a lot of thickeners. I think she says it's supposed to thicken your brows. What does it say on here? Brush tinted for a fuller and more defined look. I would say if you've got sparse brows, it's not going to fill them in. With the Charlotte Tilbury one, it's a stiffer texture, but there's fibres in there, and they're going to cling, and they're going to make you look like you've got more hair. Whereas this sparse area here, it's kind of accentuated them more. It's brought out the black colour, definitely, but it's not filled them in. So I would probably want to go in with a pencil on top. If you've got sparse brows, you're going to need a pencil as well. This is a very good product, and it doesn't give you your brows that crinkly feeling at all. And it's very pigmented, but it's not, if you've got sparse brows or you've got little bald patches, you're still going to need a pencil, which you often need anyway with these brow brushes. But it's not going to have those fibres that are going to cling onto the hair. I certainly didn't feel it's got any fibres that are clinging on. It's just coating each brow hair with pigment, but it's not actually thickening it up. But very handy to have in one go. And I don't know about you, but when I'm doing my makeup, brows and lashes are kind of I've got to do my brows, I've got to do my lashes. It's very handy having those two together at the end. And certainly if you're out and about and you use Trinny Stack, it's definitely very handy to have the two. I can see that this is about a 6-month supply. You would not want any more product than that. It's a very generous amount of mascara. You would not want any more because it would go off before you finish it. I'll be interested to see with the brow product whether you do run out before the mascara. I suppose it depends on your use. Now, I will do a wear test on this, and I might come back and do that because I want to really put this video out. I can't decide what to do. I really want to put this video out as a first impression. So I might come back and do an update on this in a couple of days' time and then tell you what my thoughts are. I think that's probably the best because then that gives me a couple of days to try it out as well, not just a one-off. But overall, I'm very happy with that. Very convenient product. It seems very eye-friendly, but I will update you on that and on removal and all of that. So I'll do an update in a couple of days' time and tell you what my thoughts are. But there you are, and I will leave you with some photographs of half of my face done and then full face done. Not with the rest of my makeup, obviously, but just with this product. Okay, thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day. Bye. Mwah.